That was a neat place. You guys
marvelous.
Awesome. I don't know, did you see the website with all the different pictures too? Well, of course you guys saw it.
We found it, yeah.
Is that
we actually found that one. That's like the one location ever
awesome.
that we found. Like, we want to shoot here.
Talking about the palace.
Yeah, cool. Okay, but my question is actually from Valerie. It's a two-part question.
What's up, Val Shopaholic?
Oh, say it again. Let me get...
Yeah, I'm recording it for her. Yeah.
A shout out to Val, quick.
Hey, Val.
Val, thank you for all the support.
And the birthday wishes.
Sorry we're causing you stress.
Okay, Val wants to know, she said, so it's two parts. She does some writing, she has her blog, and she also has been writing some white-collar fic. So anyway, she wants to know, what's the best cure for writer's block? Where do you go for your inspiration? And then the next question she has is, for the most part, we've really read good reviews for white collar, but there are some that have not been as nice. And what's your advice for dealing with negative reviews and criticism?
Just to recap, the question is how to overcome writer's block and how to overcome being crushed by the rare bad review.
Well, I don't know. I asked, when I was coming up and I was trying to learn how to write a good TV spec, I asked a lot of, professional writers that I'd crossed paths with, like, what's the cure for writer's block? And every one of them had the same answer, which is there's no such thing. There's just bad writing for a little while. So you just write poorly and then revise it until it's good, which I think is kind of interesting.
Writing is rewriting.
Yeah, writing is always rewriting. So I think it's less about being blocked and more about like wishing what you were writing is better, but the more you keep at it and the more you revise it and the more you work at it, it will get to that place.
And I do think for me, it's like just taking a break sometimes. If you're looking at the same sentence for too long or the same scene for too long, it ceases to be English anymore. So we always have to do a thing where around 2:30 or 3 we go and walk to get coffee. And it's like, all right, we've been talking about a story for 6 hours, let's all just get out, have some coffee, caffeinate ourselves, come back, and then start fresh. So for me, taking a break, and even if it's like 2:30 or 3 in the morning, just getting some sleep and then waking up, and you'll sort of you'll feel so much better. So I think for me, like, breaks help.
For me, there's always that one scene that is going to be an absolute beast to write, and you just don't have your head around it. And it's terrifying knowing that it's looming out there. But for me, just like charging at it like 100% and just getting through a draft of that scene is usually the very best way to get over it, because even if the entire scene sucks, there might be one sentence in there that you can use to like spur you on through the rewrite of it. But I think that's really it, is like, especially on our schedule, we don't really have time for writer's block, so it's just figuring out a way to like make it work out.
Who wants to take adverse reviews?
We handle mean reviews by being equally mean among ourselves to the reviewer in private. It's usually like if they spit bile, we've got just as much bile to spit, but 8 heads with which to do it.
I mean, having said that, we do read a lot of reviews because the good ones that have honest criticism to them, I mean, we'll take it. You've got to be aware of the fact that there will be warts occasionally, or things that just don't quite work the way you were hoping. But you just try to learn from it. And the mean ones, you just spew bile back.
It's also, some of the reviews, tend to have legitimate points and criticisms, but others, just sort of can come at you for any number of reasons, and some of them which have nothing to do with your show, or the fact that the show is what it is and it can't be another show. So, not everyone has the same taste and sensibility when it comes to a 1-hour drama. And, White Collar and USA, it's got its own personality. It's not The Wire. So, that there's only so much we can do.
Well, it's incredible how often we get complaints that Neil and Peter are at each other's throats too much. And it's like, well, that's the show that we create. That's what you like about it. If they were buddy-buddy every week, it would be very boring very quickly.
And that's the thing, too. It's like there seems to be two different camps of people that just want them to just be friends and can't they just get along and never have any tension. And then there's the group that's like, And also that group is also like, take off the anklet, they'll just work together, it'll be fine. And there's the other group that's like, that just loves them tearing at each other's throats because one's a commune and one's an FBI agent. But it's like, I think that the fun is sort of playing in that middle, where yes, they are really good friends, yes, they have this great respect for each other, but at the same time, it's like, they do have their differences, and there always will be that trust issue. I think that's what keeps the show good and alive.
I've got a question for myself. What's it like writing for Beau Bridges?
Awesome.